I want you to imagine something for a second. Picture an Earth that is completely silent, totally barren, just this world of pure potential, kind of held in suspended animation under this huge, empty sky. And then something changes. The first drops of rain start to fall. And it's not a storm, you know? It's more like a deliberate, life-giving signal being sent from above. You see the soil darken, you can almost feel it stir, and deep inside something just wakes up. And then, bam! An explosion of emerald green, this incredible surge of life bursting out, a living, breathing union of heaven and earth. Now this isn't just some nice poetry, it's the echo of a primordial command that literally changed everything.
All right, let's really get into this. On the third day of creation, the verse says, "Let the earth bring forth vegetation." Now, on the surface, okay, it's about plants being born. Simple enough. But the Zohar tells us, no. This is so much more than a divine instruction. This is the activation key for a fundamental cosmic process. It's the moment the universe learned how to create, how to generate, how to bring life out of separation. This one verse, it's basically the source code for fertility itself.
So, we have this incredible picture, right? The world just bursting into life. But what was it like just one moment before? And what really happened when that command was spoken? You see, to get the sheer explosive power of day 3, you first have to understand the deep, deep division that came right before it. The stage had to be set.
Yeah, before there could be any union, there was a great split. The harmony we see erupting on the third day is actually the answer, the resolution, to a conflict that was born on the second day. Day 2 was all about separation, and it's fascinating. The Zohar points out it's the only day where the Torah doesn't say, "and it was good." Something was left hanging, unresolved, a kind of cosmic tension. And the beautiful harmony of day 3, that's the solution.
Okay, now we're zooming in on the metaphysical engine of creation. The division of day 2 wasn't just physical, like land and water. It was a spiritual separation of the primary forces of reality itself. The Zohar, which is, the foundational text of Jewish mysticism, describes this as the splitting of the upper waters from the lower waters. And this act, while it was necessary, created this cosmic schism, this deep, powerful yearning for reunion.
Now, what's so interesting here is how these primal forces are described. The upper waters, they're seen as masculine. They're all about giving, influencing, associated with heaven and that white light of chesed, which is this expansive energy of mercy, of loving kindness. Then you have the lower waters. They're feminine, the principle of receiving, the receptacle. They're associated with the earth and the red tones of din, the energy of judgment or strictness. So day 2 basically separated these perfect complements, leaving the feminine principle, our earth, totally barren and just yearning for that influx from the masculine heaven.
And that brings us to the most crucial concept for this entire explainer, Zivug. It's a sacred coupling, a holy union. And it's not just a connection, it's a dynamic, generative process where divided forces are brought back together to create something totally new. The story of Let the Earth Bring Forth Vegetation is way more than just about plants. It is the story of the first great Zivug in all of creation, the profound healing of the division from day 2.
This union was so foundational, so perfect, that the third day is the only day of creation to get a double blessing. The phrase, "and God saw that it was good," actually shows up twice. The first good is about resolving the conflict between the waters, basically establishing peace. And the second good? That's for the result of that union, the earth, now fertile, bringing forth all this life. The double blessing is telling us that peace is the absolute prerequisite for all creation.
So we know a union happened, but how? What were the actual mechanics? Kabbalah doesn't describe this as some vague, mystical thing. It's a precise, structured protocol. Let's think of it as a divine data stream, a kind of spiritual source code that governs how creative energy flows from the upper worlds right down into our physical reality.
Let's break this down with a tech analogy, because it actually makes a lot of sense. Think of Tiferet, the masculine principle of harmony, as the main cloud server. It's holding all the data, all the potential. Then you have Malchut, the feminine principle. That's our physical earth. It's the client-side system ready to receive and render all that data. And the crucial link connecting them? That's Yesod. It's like the secure API, the perfect transmission protocol that makes sure the data flows correctly and creates something beautiful.
But here's the kicker. This is not a one-way street. The energy actually flows in 2 directions.
It all starts with something called an arousal from below, a concept called Maya Nukavin. This is the earth yearning, sending out what you could call an upload request. It's a desire that awakens the whole process, and it's only in response to that request that the influx from above, the Mayan Duhurin, starts to flow down. These are the divine data packets being sent from that celestial server.
So let's walk through this protocol step by step. First, it all begins from below. The earth, Malkut, sends up its yearning, its Mayan Nukvin. This upload request then opens the channel of Yesod, our secure API. Then, in response, the heavens, Tiferet, send down that creative influx, the Mayan Dashurin, those divine data packets. This energy flows through the conduit of Yesod and is finally received by Malkut. She processes this divine data, and the result? The fulfillment of the command, let the earth bring forth vegetation. It's the successful rendering of life, right here on the physical plane.
And this shows the results so brilliantly. This union isn't about one force just overpowering the other. That white light of chesed, of mercy, from the masculine side, doesn't just cancel out the red tones of gevura, of judgment, from the feminine side. No way. They blend, they harmonize to create a totally new, balanced reality, a reality that's capable of producing and sustaining life. That's the secret behind all that green bursting from the earth. It is the physical manifestation of this perfect spiritual blend.
Okay, so here's the crucial point. This whole process, it wasn't a one-time event that happened billions of years ago. This isn't just a story about grass and trees. The Zohar is explaining that the Zivug of day 3 established the universal blueprint, the fundamental operating system for all generation, from the cosmic all the way down to the personal. For all the gamers out there, think of day 3 as level 3, grow. And to clear this level, you've got 2 essential power-ups. You've got your sky energy, that's the masculine download from above, and you've got your earth power, the feminine processor down below. You can't just use one, you have to combine them perfectly. And when you do, you unlock new forms of life, you grow vegetation, and you score major creation points, clearing the level with that awesome double "it was good" bonus. Or, if you're more of an engineer, look at it like a system schematic. You've got a structured energetic exchange. The input is the divine influx, the Mayan Dishagaran. The processor is the receptive vessel, Malchut. The conduit is the secure protocol of Yesod. And the generative output? Biological and spiritual emergence, life itself. It's a precise, repeatable input-output system designed for maximum creative efficiency. And now, this is where this ancient mystical blueprint becomes incredibly relevant to us right now. This cosmic drama of giving and receiving of upper and lower waters, it isn't just happening out there in the Sephirot. It's actually the underlying pattern of our own lives, our own creativity, and our own journey toward wholeness. This quote from the Zohar, wow, it's so powerful. It says, flat out, that without integrating both the masculine and feminine principles inside of us, we are incomplete. We're a half a body. What that means is, to be a real channel for creativity and blessing, we ourselves have to be a complete place, a vessel of inner wholeness where these 2 forces are in harmony.
So this becomes the essential question for us, doesn't it? If this divine blueprint is the key to all generation, well, how do we apply it? How do we actually create this sacred Zivug, this union of upper and lower waters inside our own consciousness and in our own actions?
This right here gives us a practical map. A personal Zivug means uniting your intention, your heavenly thought, with your physical action right here on Earth. It means balancing that masculine energy to give, to push forward, with the feminine wisdom to be present, to receive insight, to create a space for things to grow. And it means understanding that all real creativity starts with that arousal from below, your passion, your desire, your authentic upload request to the universe. Ultimately, it's about recognizing that everything you want to create, a project, a relationship, a better version of yourself, is born from a partnership of these 2 amazing complementary forces.
So the next time you plant a seed or start a new project or just bring a simple idea to life, remember this cosmic blueprint. Every single act of creation, no matter how big or how small, is an echo of that primordial command, a reenactment of the sacred union that first let our world burst forth with life. Thank you for joining us for this complete journey through the Pardes. We hope these ancient truths help you and your family improve your own dimensions this week. If you enjoyed this full chapter deep dive, please like, subscribe, and share which part of the journey touched your soul in the comments. We'll see you in the next chapter.